close to 200 non-cleric Christian leaders and other members of civil society including Tushar Gandhi, Annie Raja, Father Cedric Prakash, John Dale, Prakash Louis, Pamela Philippos, Brinal D'Souza, Aloysius Iridayam, Shabnam Hashmi, Lisa Perez, Meenakshi Singh, Abha Baya, and Vinod Pandey have condemned the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India or CBCI for their unqualified bonhomie with Prime Minister Modi during the Christmas season and particularly the December 23 event hosted by the CBCI in Delhi. In a joint statement, the signatories said, "It's surprising that despite the growing persecution of Christians, prominent members of the Christian hierarchy have chosen to engage with Prime Minister Modi, who has been criticized for his inaction in protecting the rights of Christians. Mr. Modi has been seen in recent days with members of the hierarchy at various Christmas programs." The signatories said, "We see this as an attempt by senior institutional leaders of the Christian community to legitimize the government's inaction on Christian persecution." They also called upon the Christian leadership to voice these concerns and hold the Prime Minister as head of the government accountable for the protection of Christians in India. Symbolic gestures do little to address the issue hatred generated against the community, and the resultant targeted violence, harassment, arrests, and incidents of ostracization in several parts of the country, the statement said. The statement comes in the background of the continuing violence against Christians in Manipur, along with attacks on Christian clerics, pastors, institutions and churches all around India. The violence has particularly escalated after Mr. Modi and the extreme right political party BJP came into power in 2014. According to various reports, there has been a significant increase in violence and harassment against Christians in India, particularly in rural areas. One of the main reasons attributed to this alarming rise in persecution is the resurgence of Hindutva nationalism, which has led to an increase in anti-minorities sentiment, especially targeting Christians and Muslims. Many religious nationalist groups, such as the Bajrang Dal and the Vishva Hindu Parishad or VHP, affiliated to the RSS BJP, have been inciting violence against Christians across many states in India. According to the Evangelical Fellowship of India, EFI, there were 327 incidents of violence against Christians in 2021, over 200 in 2022, over 486 in 2023 and over 745 in 2024 across the country, with many incidents going unreported. Churches and Christian institutions in India have been specifically targeted in many incidents. In 2021, at least 15 churches were vandalized or set on fire across India. In 2022, several churches were attacked, including a church in Delhi that was vandalized by a group of Hindu extremists. The May 3 Manipur riots witnessed the destruction of over 200 churches and countless lives lost. These incidents of anti-Christian violence have been linked to Hindu nationalist groups, which have been accused of receiving support from the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. The Indian government has been criticized for not doing enough to protect the rights of Christians and other minority groups. The persecution of Christians in India has also raised concerns internationally. In 2021, at least 17 human rights organizations, including Amnesty International, co-sponsored a congressional briefing to request the US government to take action against the growing persecution of Christians in India. In 2021, the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, USCIRF, placed India on its countries of particular concern list. That status has continued to date. It unequivocally cites the country's systematic, ongoing, and egregious persecution of religious minorities. Simultaneously, 13 state governments have now enacted anti-conversion bills, which are being blatantly abused to wreak havoc on the lives of Christian citizens. Despite the relentless onslaught against Christians, Mr. Modi has failed to condemn or curtail any of the violence, which has further emboldened the vested interest elements. It may be recalled that the CBCI and the long-defunct All India Christian Council has consistently failed to speak truth to power and demand freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution of India. It is largely laity organizations like EFI, All India Catholic Union and United Christian Forum that have been speaking out for the campaign of violence and suppression against the Christian community. The backlash against the Catholic bishops, therefore, is understandable as it gives legitimacy to the silent dog whistles of the PM to the RSS BJP cadres against all minorities. The Prime Minister's absence of any condemnation of the violence is seen as tacit permission of the state to target Christians. Do let us know your views on the issue, and if you have not already done so, kindly subscribe to this channel for fearless news reports and analysis. Thank you once again.